Alrighty, it's been a very long time since I've done a tier list video. Today tier list, we actually have gadgets. Now, gadgets are probably the number one thing used in constantly, and like there's probably not really a big difference when you use it. There's certain ones that you use for different loadouts, and there's a different ways to use them. I know there's been over times where it's fluctuated, and a lot of people use different gadgets during different times. But let's just jump right into it. I'll explain why I put it where, you know the usual tier list thing, right? If you're watching this, you've probably seen at least a few tier list videos in your life. So yeah, starting off, we got Adrenaline Rush. See, now Adrenaline Rush, I really want to put it S tier, but I feel like it's overused to the point where like it doesn't deserve an S tier, it revives people, really great thing. It gives you that health you need, but like at the same time, you can revive someone by yourself without Adrenaline Rush. It's very useful in times needed. I don't know. I'm split between A and S. I use it a lot. I guess maybe I'll put in an S just because considering how many times it's used and how much like how often it's used in Save the World. So it instantly revives people, and it does give you that health that you need. Sometimes you're about to die. It does work. So yeah, I guess S tier deserves it. Yeah, I think that's fair. Moving on, we got honestly, I forgot what is this called. I think it's like nuclear drop bombs, heavy bombs. I've honestly forgot what this is called, but I used to use this a lot. This was one of the very first gadgets I used because clearing like encampments was very easy. The aspect of using it a lot was just not really like it wasn't useful in every scenario. Like if you run dungeons, this thing's useless because you're underground and it doesn't work. If you're in a cave, a system, anything like that doesn't work. So I'm gonna put C tier. Honestly, it doesn't really do anything like damage wise either. It only works in lower zones. In higher zones, it just throws the enemies back and forth. Because it doesn't do that much damage. The only reason why it doesn't get D tier is because as you upgrade it, there's more that come down. There's more bombs that come down. The airstrike, which is called. Thank you, chat. Airstrike is decently okay. I feel like the lower zones, once you start off, it's really good for clearing enemies. If you're having trouble doing that, it's really good to have. But as for like using in higher zones, it's just not really something I use. Next up, we got Banner. Now, Banner is really good. You can respawn, you can put it down, people respawn at it. I don't think it deserves A tier though. I'm gonna put B tier. The only reason why I'm putting B tier is because constructors are like the only time I use banners. I've never used a banner outside of being a constructor. Yeah, it's nothing really crazy. I know you can respawn on the banner. It does boost your health for the buildings around it. I remember when it was very OP, a lot of people used it because you can do a banner glitch and you can basically keep your health on your builds super high, and you can bonus basically you can bonus the buildings around you to a crazy limit, which is really crazy. But they fixed that. That's patched. No more banner glitch. But I think it deserves B tier. You can spawn at it. It's good for knocking back enemies too. Otherwise, it doesn't really deserve A tier or S tier. So yeah. Moving on, we got proximity mines. Now, I feel like proximity mines, like, I don't know. I love the idea of putting mines down. It's just the utility wise, like trying to put it down in between matches or in between rounds. It's just not useful. Like you never use them. If I've ever used them, they're just not they're not good. Now, I feel like if you comboed them with like maybe a teleporter, then it would be super good. But I don't even know if it goes through teleporters or not. Like, I don't know if you could put it in like, put it down in a teleporter and goes to where you want it to go. But it's not really good. Honestly, I don't think proximity mines is something that you should really like use at all. If you use them, you're crazy. Even a hero has proximity mines. When you bull rush, you drop proximity mines. So I don't know why you would be running the utility instead of running that hero if you really wanted to. So yeah, it deserves F tier. And if you disagree with me, then you're a maniac and I don't know what you're thinking. Next up, slow field. So slow field is actually not a bad utility, to be honest. It's really good. I just lately it's been a little like I don't think it deserves S tier. Once again, it's kind of mid B, like low A. The only reason why I put it in A is because I do use it with constructors. Slow field is not bad. I use it with constructors. It is not something that I use constantly or with any other hero besides constructors. But lately there's been a glitch going on where Smasher's attack speed and any Husk attack speed is the normal. So there's a glitch with it, and hopefully they fix it soon. But it's not bad. Current right now is low A. I would put it in high A if it was fixed. But yeah, I think it deserves that spot in A. I don't think it's really crazy good. It does stop Smashers. It does stop enemies from getting where you want it to. It comes in clutch, but it's not used as often as what you would usually do, like as a adrenaline rush. Next up is supply drop. Now, I would honestly, at first, like way back when, I would probably put this in F tier. But recent events, including Ventures, it actually showed me that it's not that bad. You get good traps, or not good traps. You get good materials. You get a lot of like nuts and bolts. Sometimes you get some good stuff. You get some traps. You recycle it for some things. I think it deserves A tier. I don't think it's something that I would use every single loadout, but I've noticed that I use it with a combo of like in Ventures, I use slow field and a supply drop instead of banner. Banners are something I don't really use anymore. That's why I put it B tier. So supply drop, surprisingly enough, I think deserves A tier. Now in the higher zones, it's not as good. This is the only reason why it doesn't get S tier. In higher zones, you don't get what you usually want. Like it doesn't drop Sunbeam or Bright Core that often. But for lower tier, like lower missions, it's definitely good to have. Especially if you're running low on mats. Sometimes it gives you like, around 50 build or around like 5 builds, a few builds, it's not bad. So yeah, I think it deserves A tier. Next up, teleporters. So the only reason why I think this deserves S tier is because not only it gets you where you want and you can put multiple locations. So if there's like an atlas that's pretty far away, you can put it in between those atlases and go back and forth, and you can defend both very easily. But also, if you've never seen the mini boss glitch where you can, or like any glitch really, you can do it with any Husk. Basically, you can get a Xeon bow or any projectile, and you could shoot it through the teleporter back into a teleporter, and it goes back and forth, and it hits the enemy multiple times, causing it to die almost instantly, which is a really great thing to have. Which that's why it deserves S tier. Honestly, that's like the only reason why I put it up there. If anything, if it didn't happen, that it would probably be A tier at most, maybe even B tier. To be honest, the only reason why I think I might put it back in A tier is because I don't use it that often. I usually combo my usual builds. I probably put it around like or usual like build that I use with these is usually Adrenaline Rush and Drone. But I honestly do want to put an S tier, but knowing that if it wasn't had that glitch where you can't shoot projectiles through it, I wouldn't put it here. But I do think it deserves the higher spot. It would be a high A for me, so like right there. Next up, we got drone. Drones are used so much. A lot of people just kind of throw them around, which, it's not bad or good, but I do believe that drones, if there was a higher tier, it would probably be up there. Adrenaline Rush and drones are probably the #1 used gadgets out there. So makes sense why they're in S tier. Drones have basically aimbot, and they last for 30 seconds, and they pretty much get those enemies that are being annoying out of your way. And yeah, I love drones. I use it in almost every loadout along with Adrenaline Rush. Constructor wise, I probably run slow field in teleporter. And then for Ventures, I'd probably swap out teleporter with my supply drop if I'm running constructor. But yeah, I think that's it for this tier list. I think that's it. Yeah, if you guys liked the video, I'd appreciate it. Also, if you're new, subscribe. If you honestly have a different opinion on this, let me know down in the comments, because a lot of people have different, honestly, I would see people not liking where these are, but let me know down in the comments. That is it for today, this video. Remember, like, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.